take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. You can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
Alrighty. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lexington Catholic for the third place game. That's right, Lexington Catholic going up against Skills Factory out of Marietta, Georgia. It's high school basketball. Lexington Catholic comes in with a fine team of 9-4. Skills Factory, I tell you what, Jack Haynes, when you look at this Skills Factory team, it's a charter school and it's a college prep. So looking forward to a good game here tonight.
Yeah, the Skills Factory, like you said, out of Georgia. Last year, their overall record was 34-7, and they won the post-grad national championship in Myrtle Beach. So in this program is from all ages, youth all the way up to pro, and they have some former NBA players and current NBA players like James Harden, John Wall, Kenneth Faried, Kemba Walker, and a lot of other guys that come through this program and play for them.
That's a lot of scoring right there in the NBA. Talk about James Harden. That's enough scoring right there.
Yes, it is.
You throw John Wall in there and all those guys. They're led by Aaron Houston and Chan Roush, and then Tristan Mullins, Dimitrov Pandev. And, I look forward to a good ball game here tonight because Lexington Catholic comes in with a fine basketball team.
Yeah, last night Lexington Catholic took on Rocky River in the semifinal game. And Rocky River jumped out to a 12-0 start in that game, and Lexington Catholic just looked overmatched. And then they put in freshman Ben Johnson. He sparked him with 7 quick points off the bench, and Catholic was in it the rest of the game. And they held Rocky River to just 2 points in the second quarter. So they can be just as physical as any of these other teams that are out here that look bigger than them.
You look at Lexington Catholic, and I think the straw that stirs the drink, Zan Payne. He's a kid that averages 21 points, nearly 10 rebounds. But they got a lot of key components. Keegan Bailey's really burst onto the scene this year.
Yeah, last year he didn't see a lot of clock. But this year, stepping into his new role, he's accepted that and he's embraced it. He was also the soccer captain of that team that went far in the playoffs. And he's come in with a lot of different things to do. Athletically, he can knock down the three-point shot. He is 32.8% from deep, and he does a lot of things for the Knights that they haven't had before.
T.C. Price, a 6'2", senior. Max Sparkman at 6'7", I think is going to have to really help on the boards tonight.
Yeah, and I recall a game we did last year when we mentioned Max Sparkman a lot, and that was kind of like his coming out party. Peter Whitman, as we know, is alumni from LexCath from last year. came out with foul trouble, and Sparkman came into the game and had a lot of key rebounds and blocks, and that's what he does for this team. Did that a lot last night against Rocky River.
I think against this Skills Factory team, Lexington Catholic is going to try to get the ball up and down. We're going to try to outpace the Skills Factory team. And later tonight, we have the championship game of this traditional bank classic, and that will be Rocky River from North Carolina against Cooper. And Cooper has a fine basketball team, and they have one of the top players in the state of Kentucky in Adam Kunkel.
Yeah, last night was the first time I saw Cooper, and I was really impressed, and especially with Adam Kunkel. Just a 6'2" skinny guard, but he can do everything. He's extremely athletic. He can knock down a shot from anywhere on the court, and his teammates around him really support him.
You know, the thing Adam Kunkel can do well is he stays composed. He's a very composed kid. He's nothing rattles Adam Kunkel, and when you watch a game that Cooper plays in, you're going to see that young man really step up because he can really pass the basketball.
He can, and I'm really excited to watch that championship game later. Me and you will have that after this third place game, but Rocky River has some really impressive players, and Cooper manhandled the Skills Factory yesterday, beat them by double digits, and it wasn't even really close the whole game. That will be a really good game for the championship of the Traditional Bank Holiday Classic.
Of course, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be a Lexington Catholic Cooper final, but that did not happen. Cooper kept up their end of the bargain, but Lexington Catholic fell in their game to that very good team from North Carolina. So it's going to be Lexington Catholic against the Skills Factory from Marietta, Georgia. We come back here on the PrepSpin.com. Want to thank, of course, Atkinson, Sims, and Commode, attorneys at law, Alt 32, Architecture, Crown Trophy, Bud's Gun Shop here. We got the Long Distance 3 coming up. How about that new presentation here on PrepSpin? We'll continue. Thank you to Rafferty's Restaurants after this timeout.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started. Right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Welcome back, Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. We'd like to thank those folks, all 32, and Mingy Beef Jerky. Mingy Beef Jerky. You got to try that stuff. I tell you, I love that Mingy Beef Jerky because I love the barbecue. I love the teriyaki. I like all the flavors they got there with that Mingy Beef Jerky.
Yeah, I might have to head over to Kroger and get some after this game. You got it on my mind, Mr. Gary Ball.
That's right, Mingy. Well, we are here tonight at Lexington Catholic. Get ready for the Knights in the Skills Factory here in the first game. In the championship game, it'll be Cooper as they will go up against Rocky River from North Carolina. And, boy, there's been some sensational players come from that Rocky River, North Carolina team. You just referenced them a little bit earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah, and they're led by Jaden Springer, top 10 recruit for the class of 2020, and he was unreal when I saw him last night against Lexington Catholic, put up 23 points. And
being recruited by UK.
He is, and a lot of other schools. Everyone will be after that guy. So
all you UK fans, you can watch a future recruit. He's leaning right now toward the University of Kentucky. We're talking about Jaden Springer, and he is a sensational talent. Kevin Knox was in attendance last night to watch him play, and I tell you what, Kentucky Wildcats, they're going to get a good one if they get Mr. Springer. Well, we're taking a look at Lexington Catholic. They're making their way to their bench and just about set for the starting lineups. And the Skills Factory still got the warm-up jackets of hoodies on. They wear hoodies in the warm-ups there at Skills Factory.
I like it.
You do?
It's kind of a new thing. NBA has introduced that with their Nike uniforms this year, hoodies on the back of their warm-ups.
We're going to have the national anthem here at Buter Gymnasium here on the campus of Lexington Catholic, and then we will have the starting lineups and get right into the tip-off here of Skills Factory, Lexington Catholic, the consolation game. Let's pause now for the national anthem. Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
National anthem here at Buter Gymnasium, campus of Lexington Catholic, and we're just about set for the starting lineups here tonight. And we'll find out who the starting lineup's going to be for the Skills Factory and for the Lexington Catholic.
First, for
Skills Factory will be the home team in their white uniforms. Ken Roush. Aaron Houston, a starting guard. Tristan Mullins will start at a guard. Aguirre Guy will start at a forward.
And at center, number 33,
Dimitrov Pandev. Head coach is Johnson. Skills Factory now Lexington Catholic. They will start at guard. Will be Keegan Bailey. Javen Harden will be another guard. TC Price will be at a guard. Max Sparkman at a forward, and Zan Payne a forward. 6'5". Sparkman goes 6'7", Jack. He's a big young man, so those are the starting lineups. We'll wait for public address announcers. They're doing the video here. Jack's running the video. Multitasking here today. Are we showing that? No, we're not showing. I thought we were showing the video. So Lexington Catholic and the Skills Factory. Here's the starting lineup by Greg Martin, the public address announcer, and Javen Harden being announced as a starter. TC Price, 6'2", sharpshooter. Keegan Bailey, 5'11". Burst onto the scene this year. Big 6'7" Max Sparkman will start for Lexington Catholic. And Zan Payne, 6'5", senior, bringing the Payne. 21 points, 10 rebounds, almost a double-double for the son of the assistant coach, Kenny Payne, at the University of Kentucky. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes here. We're set for basketball. Lexington Catholic and Skills Factory. Skills Factory starting Aaron Houston, Chan Roush, Tristan Mullins, Dimitrov Pandev, and Agua will start. Just about set for the jump at center circle. Tip is up, and it's going to be controlled by the Hills Factory. That's Houston with it. He gives it over the left side, and Mullins jacks up a three, no good, and battling for it, and Keegan Bailey comes out of there with it. Good hustle there. Javen Price down the lane. Dimitrov comes over, and Pandev partially blocks that one. In the corner it goes to, and knocked down there by Roush. Well, Roush quickly gets a three out of the corner.
Skills Factory off to a quick start. As you can see him pushing the pace here. It's going to be a back-and-forth game.
In the corner, Keegan Bailey lets a three rip, and he got it. Keegan Bailey ties it up.
Bailey 32.8% from downtown this year. He's been hitting them lately.
He wants to bring that up a little bit, 32%. In the corner, Houston. Over it goes now to Roush. Roush lets it fly, knocks down a three. Goodness gracious, Chan Roush has got that three going. 6-3, and everything that's been made has been a three-pointer. 6:54 to go in the first quarter. We played exactly a minute, 10 seconds, 3 threes, Jack.
Yeah, both teams going at it here.
Price! Good roll there on the hop, skip, and the jump in the lane.
TC Price's game is driving inside, trying to score. That time he used the floater.
Long pass to Mullins. Mullins jacked up a three earlier. This time takes it to the basket, put it up, no. Wouldn't go, bad pass, and stolen away by Houston. To the basket, scoop, and won't go. Houston taps it out, and Zan Payne says, I'll take that, thank you. Gives it up to Keegan Bailey. Bailey back to Harden. 6-5, the home team on the scoreboard is Skills Factory here at Lexington Catholic. That's Max Sparkman. Bounce pass to Payne. Payne fakes left, goes right, off glass, no, and they put it off the back of the rim, and here comes Agua. Down low, Agua puts it up and in.
And like we were told before the game, Skills Factory is used to a shot clock where they play So that's part of the fast-paced basketball you see. They're going to be pushing it because they're used to having to get a shot off within that time limit.
There's a pass to Payne. Payne cut off, gives it over to Bailey, goes to Sparkman. Sparkman back to Payne, about a 15-footer. He knocked it down, and he's fouled. The basket will count.
That's Zan Payne's game right there. Those mid-range jumpers, almost automatic, and that time he's going to get to do an extra one at the free throw line.
That right there is what will get you some playing time at the University of Kentucky. If you knock down that 15-footer, there aren't many guys that can knock that ball down consistently. 8-7, and Payne will tie this game up. We're tied at 8. The Skills Factory, that's a team Shelvin Mack is involved with. Shelvin Mack is a part of that school, and he helps contribute. And Coach Salzman said that's why they're here. Down lane, Agua runs over top of a player, and a whistle and a foul called, I believe, on Sparkman.
Max Sparkman, we talked about him before the game. Came off the bench behind Peter Whitman last year. Now this year, he's the starting center right now, and he's got Bryce Scott, a young guy behind him that we'll see come in here into the first quarter, beginning of the second, and he'll play some minutes in this one, and he can make an impact. He's physical, and he can fly.
Second free throw coming by Agua, and he misses it. Rebounded by Sparkman. 9-8 is your score. 5:15 to go in this first quarter. Lexington Catholic and the Skills Factory out of Marietta, Georgia. The championship game will be Cooper as they will go up against Rocky River, North Carolina. Down low, Payne powers it up and in. Payne said, "Stop me if you can," and they couldn't.
Sam Payne got off to a slow start yesterday against Rocky River, but here he's already got 5 quick points.
Right side it goes to Rouse. He's been knocking down threes, and he gives it out top now to Mullins, Tristan Mullins, off the bounce, into the paint, about a 14-footer, and that's too strong. And there's Agua foul. It's blocked by Sparkman. Sparkman said, "Get that out of here." And here's a layup by Keegan Bailey. He will get the soup and the sandwich.
Keegan Bailey flying through the air. Didn't throw it down that time, but he gets way up there. And earlier this year, he had a dunk that went viral where he caught it off the inbounds pass, tomahawked it alley-oop style. Keegan Bailey can fly, and a lot of the other nights on this team can. I was talking to Coach Don Offit earlier this year. He said it's probably the most athletic team in the past 5 years.
That's 6 points for Keegan Bailey now. 13-9. Catholic with the lead, and Rouse thought about it, throws it away. Here's a lead out now from Price to Keegan Bailey, and it's blocked by Skills Factory. Man, did he get up on that one.
Yeah, number 13, Dan Kondok flew up there, pinned it on the backboard, LeBron James style.
Foul went on Mr. Pandev.
Bailey didn't really go to the hole that aggressive there. He kind of just went up casually for the layup, and you're going to get pinned like that when doing that.
So Ben Johnson in the game.
Ben Johnson, the younger brother of Luke and Tanner Johnson, both of them playing college basketball. Luke at Loyola, Maryland, Tanner at Bryant, and Luke's the sixth man for Loyola. Tanner's starting to see minutes at Bryant, and Ben Johnson's been a real contributor to this Catholic team, coming off the bench as the sixth man.
Was that Scott that put that up and in?
I believe so.
Here's Con
Zan
Choi.
Payne.
So that was Payne.
Zan Payne with the finish.
Shot out of the corner, and there's a three-pointer again by Rouse. 15-12. And that ball is to the basket, and it's blocked, but a foul called, and that will send T.C. Price to the free throw line. Wow, some of these guys got foul trouble going on here. Guai with his second. Pandev picked up his second. 15-12. In the Skills Factory, coming in is Tristan Mullins, and going out will be Aguai with those two fouls.
Price shooting 66% from the free throw line this year, makes 1 of 2.
Like to bring that up a little bit too, I'm sure. 66. Pass out front to Eloy, and that's going to be a shot taken by Roush. No, there's Mullins. Back over, he comes to Jackson. Back to Jackson. He's going to penetrate. Jackson with the floater. It's good, and they're going to wave it off and say a charge.
Zampane standing his ground, taking one for the team.
16-12. Lexington Catholic on top here with 3:13 to go in the first quarter.
TC Price's offensive numbers are about the same from last year. You would have expected him to get those up, but he makes up for it on the defensive end of the ball.
Bryce Scott called for travel there. Turn it over to the Skills Factory. Long pass to Choi. Back it goes to Mullins. Choi lets a 3 rip, and it's off the iron. No, there's Zan Payne battling, boxing out, and he leads it out to Ben Johnson.
Patrick Gagan into the game.
Gagan, and that's Bryce Scott, powers it up and he draws the foul.
Scott's active under there early on. That's what he will do. Didn't mention Patrick Gagan, but he's gotten some minutes this time with the varsity team this year. Trying to show Coach Salzman what he can do. Starter on the JV team.
Bryce Scott hit the free throw, makes it 17-12 as Zan Payne checks out as Max Sparkman comes in. And Bryce Scott got them both. Comes Keegan Bailey in, and going out will be TC Price. So Catholic going with Bryce Scott, Max Sparkman, Ben Johnson, Keegan Bailey, and Patrick Gagan.
An unusual lineup for Catholic. We'll see how they fare here against the Skills Factory.
Roush goes in the corner to Choi, missed it, rebounded, and stuck back up and in by Eloy. What do you call him?
What was that?
The public address announcer is kind of halfway called him a name. His name's Eloy, I believe. Just one Eloy.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he was
Bryce
saying
Scott
down there.
Keegan Bailey thought about the 18-14 Catholic, the lead and the leather. Minute 58. Sparkman hands to Keegan Bailey, and it's blocked away there. Boy, what a rejection by Mullins.
We told you at the beginning of the broadcast, the Skills Factory, they're fast, physical, and aggressive, and definitely showing all 3 of those traits here.
Jamin Harden back in, and Patrick Gagan out for Catholic. Max Sparkman, top of the circle. Hands it over to Keegan Bailey, minute 45. Things starting to slow down a little bit here right now.
Yeah, the beginning of the game was more fast-paced basketball, and now Catholic trying to slow down the tempo.
Sparkman to the basket, and he's working on Dimitrov Pandev, and he picked up his 3rd foul already. It's a foul per minute.
We mentioned the Skills Factory being aggressive. Lexington Catholic is being just as aggressive, if not more, getting to the foul line multiple times in the first quarter.
Kyreek L, number 14, checks into the ball game. Going out with those 3 fouls, Pandev.
Sparkman struggling at the line this year, shooting 56%. Just missed both those.
Minute 29 in the first quarter. Mullins. Jackson back to Mullins. He lets it rip, and it's off the front of the iron. No, boy, this number 10 can really get up as he sticks that one back home. Ronald Eloy.
Skills Factory killing the Knights on the offensive glass.
18-16. Bailey launches a three and an out. Rebounded by Bryce Scott, powers it up and blocked away there. Coming out of there with it is Skills Factory. That's Choi over to left side. The three-pointer knocked down by Mullins.
Three-point shot, very effective for the Skills Factory, knocking him down from all over.
They had the three going, and Mullins knocked that three down. 19-18, the lead for the Skills Factory.
Harden with the scoop.
Lead back now, Harden 20-19. 18 seconds to go. Comes over to Eloy, and he kicks it in the corner to teammate. Back it goes, and down low, and with the left hand won't go, and he draws the foul on Bryce Scott. First foul on Scott. A lot of fouls in this first
There has
quarter.
been. And both clubs missing a lot of free throws early on.
There's Bryce Scott coming out. Zan Payne coming in for him. Ronald Eloy, and he missed them both. 20-19. Catholic lead, 4 seconds. Zan Payne, and he's going to be fouled with 1.2 seconds. Team's 9th foul here in the first quarter.
Unreal.
They're going to be in a double bonus before the second quarter. Rolls in there for Zan Payne.
Zan Payne having an okay year at the free throw line, 74.3%. Rattles that one in.
21-19. Lexington Catholic by 2. Payne missed the second one, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. First quarter comes to a close with Lexington Catholic leading the Skills Factory 21-19 as we head to the second quarter here at the Buter Gymnasium. We want to thank Amingi Beef Jerky, Crown Trophy, All 32 Architecture, Atkinson, Zan Payne. Zan Payne down low, turns around and knocks it down. Easy shot for Zan.
That's the bread and butter for Mr. Payne.
Here's Roush, another three, same results.
He is knocking it down from that far corner.
He's unconscious. 23-22. Lexington Catholic by 1 point, 7:17 to go in the first half of action. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes. William Moorfield producing here on PrepSpin. Here's the turnaround by Sparkman, rolls out, tapped up, and TC Price has got it, gives it over to Bailey. Back they swing it to Javen Hart. Now they're going to run the offense with
go ahead.
Skills in his own.
There was the hustle from TC Price. That's why Coach Salzman trusts him. TC Price making plays.
Javen Harden into the lane, and boy, knocks it down. Tough shot by Harden, and it's 25-22. He was under a lot of duress that time. Player hanging in his face. In the middle, Roush. This time about a 10. He can't hit the 10-footer, only hit a 3. You got to back up a little bit, young fella.
Yeah, he's knocking him down like crazy, especially from that corner. He'll just stand there.
He's made 4 threes in this first half.
Knight struggling guarding the perimeter.
Harden kicks it over now to TC Price, lets it rip, and that's off the iron, and backside rebound coming out of there with its Mullins. Mullins wanting to push it. Gives it over to Jackson, and Jackson throws it up and in, and he's going to say it should count. Let's see what the officials say. No indication. But the basket's good, and yes, they give it to him.
That was a close one. TC looked to have position, might have been moving his feet still. Hard to tell from this angle.
Jackson with the basket, and he can go to the line and tie it up here for the Skills Factory, and he does. We're tied. I believe that's our third tie tonight.
I believe so, and I don't know if you saw that, but he shot that free throw with just one hand. Don't typically see that.
We're tied, 6:07 to go in the first half, 25-all. We'll be back here on the Rafferty's and Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back here to Lexington Catholic, where we're tied 25-all here in the second quarter. 6 minutes to play. T.C. Price in trouble, and he throws it away. So he throws it to Jackson. Jackson over in the corner to Roush. Back out to top. They swing it to Eloy. Eloy will give it back to his teammate Josh Jackson. Jackson looks at that zone by Lexcap, penetrates and came in there throwing elbows, but the foul's called on Lexington Catholic.
And he tried to get it back to Roush in the corner, who was wide open.
They're looking for Roush in that corner, aren't they?
He's hot.
4 threes here in the first half for the young fella. 25-all, 5:42 in the first half of action. They come over to Roush. He lets a three go deep in the corner. That's off the iron. Rebound Spark. He leads it out to Payne. Payne drives down, and he has it stripped from him and a foul called, and it's going to go on Mullins.
Zan Payne going in aggressive. He'll head to the line for 2.
25-all. So Zan Payne will be up there for 2 free throws. As you mentioned, Payne about 74%. I think anybody that shoots over 70% is a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, knocks down the first one, and that's at his little mid-range sweet spot that he always takes.
Yep. 26-25, Zan with 10 points now. So he knocks that free throw down. 10 for Payne. He has 10 of the 27. They lead at 27-25. Got a tight ball game here, Buter Gymnasium. Long pass, Roush. Thought about the three, backs up, now thinks the better of it. Gives it up over to his teammate Jackson. Jackson trying to handle it. Back over to Roush. Roush will let a three go, and that's off the iron, and iron was not kind that time.
Last 2 threes from
Stripped
Roush.
away. Good pass. Right side. He hangs up and throws it over Payne and draws the foul. As Agua was in there battling, the foul's going to be called on Payne.
And Roush's last 2 threes were heavily contested. Knight's making sure to get over and cover him now.
He's not in that same spot. He's been over on the right side. He's been shooting that from the left corner.
Maybe he needs to go back.
Yep. 27-26. Going out will be Price. Coming in will be Harden. Ben Johnson's in there now as well. And he makes the second free throw. We are tied at 27. That's our 4th tie. 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Zan Payne, ball goes through his legs on the ground. And good job there by Payne to get rid of it to Sparkman. He comes over to Ben Johnson, lets a three rip, and it won't go. And rebounded. Coming out there with him is Mullins. Mullins, a good-looking athlete. Mullins, a three. That's off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Payne. Payne leaves it out to Harden. Harden down the right side, and he throws it away. Picked off by Roush. He hands it back to Mullins. And a jumper good there by Ronald Eloy.
Too easy for him.
Yeah. 29-27, the lead for the Skills Factory. On top by 2 now. 4:13 in the first half. Back and forth we go, Jack.
Yeah, it's been like that since the start. Lexington Catholic going back and forth with the Skills Factory 3rd place game.
Bad pass as Max trying to maneuver it in and threw it behind Zan Payne and goes out of bounds. And we're going to see Bryce Scott checking in, and see who he's coming in for. He's coming in for Zan Payne, and Payne is walking underneath the basket down there. All right, he's out of the ball game. That's what he's going to do, and going to come behind the benches. 3:56 in the first half. Jackson, corner to Roush. Gives it over to Eloy, and it won't go. Eloy battling, and it's right to a teammate there, and Agua will stick it up and in.
Great hustle from Ben Johnson, but he just hit it to the wrong guy.
Sure did. who's on the other team. 31-27. Here's another bad pass. Good hands. And coming the other way, the lob, and the stick won't go, but battle for it down low, and Agua is going to, I tell you what, he's on pogo sticks down there.
It seems like everybody in white is down there, flying above the rim.
And Coach Salzman, he wants a timeout, a full 30, or a full 60, 3:22 to go in the first half, and Skills Factory out of Marietta, Georgia, 31, Lexington Catholic 27.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Welcome back here to Lexington Catholic High School, the site of high school basketball here. It's the consolation game of the Lexington Catholic Traditional Bank Tournament. Coming up, we'll have the championship game. Cooper will take on Rocky River from North Carolina. That should be a good one.
It should be. Both teams kind of have different styles of play, but both teams are unbelievably athletic and can score the basketball.
Free throw was good by Aqua. 7 points for Aguirre Agua. And Skills Factory with their biggest lead. Now 6. 33-27. A little threat here by Skills Factory to pull away here, but only up by 6. Catholic can get right back in it here with that 3. Bryce Scott faking, and here's going to be a travel on Bryce. He worked it down on the low post.
Bryce Scott still kind of struggles with some of those fundamental basketball moves.
Yeah, he does, but a lot of upside.
Exactly, he has a lot of upside, a lot of potential for the Knights.
Probably hates to hear that.
Anyone does, but I mean, all players go through those stages where you gotta master the fundamentals.
Oh my! And the dunk attempt there by Aqua was thwarted off by Bryce Scott.
that was about to bring the house down.
2:44 to go.
But Bryce Scott stood in there. Credit to Bryce Scott.
You mentioned that this team went 30-7 last year.
34-7, and they won the post-grad national championship in Myrtle Beach.
I thought you said 30-7. 34-7.
Led by head coach Rob Johnson. This is a solid team out of Georgia.
Lexington Catholic, a little trouble getting it across the line. They do to Zan Payne. And they throw it away promptly. Picked off there by Jackson. Jackson's hurriedly down court. Gives it over in the corner, and there's Choi. That three-pointer won't go. Rebounded by Sparkman at 6'7". Sparkman gives it up to T.C. Price. Over to Harden. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in the first half. Catholic trying to claw their way back in this one. 33-27. Down low to Payne. Good place to go with it. Zan up and under. Left hand won't go, but he's fouled.
Zane will make his third trip to the free throw line already in this game. Knights are lucky they're still just 6 points down because they've had several turnovers here in the last couple minutes, but Skills Factory missing a couple threes.
But you can see every time down when they need a basket, they're going to go to Zan Payne.
Exactly.
That's their go-to guy.
He is. He's their go-to guy. And when they need a quick one, they'll give it to him. Another guy you'll see that the Knights try and get the ball to when they need one is Ben Johnson. Hasn't had any buckets tonight, but yesterday he came off the bench and really lit a spark for him.
Kyrie Kale back in, and also Roush back in for Skills Factory. Payne knocks them both down from the line. Going out will be Ben Johnson. Patrick Gagan will be back in. And also John Polton in, 6'2" junior.
Yep, two juniors for Lexington Catholic coming off the bench. See a lot of JV minutes, but not much varsity minutes this year.
Three-pointer from Mullins. Mullins knocks it down, makes it 36-29, Jack.
Knights need to make sure they don't let this get out of hand before halftime.
Payne over to Price. See, they go to Payne. Payne strong to the basket and charge call.
Payne not happy with the call, pleading his case to the official.
That's going to get Bryce Scott in there as Zan will pick up his second personal. 36-29, 7-point lead for Skills Factory, their biggest lead of this game. In the middle it goes to Jackson. Jackson comes over now to Mullins, back to Jackson, over to Mullins, lets a three rip off the iron, and good rebound by Polton. Polton.
With a younger, inexperienced lineup in, the Knights run a risk of letting the Skills Factory grow this lead. We'll see what they can do.
Sparkman will take it to the basket strong. He'll put the shot up and in, but he's called for the charge.
Back-to-back charges for the Skills Factory.
How about that one? I think the contact was just as much by the defender as the offensive player. And there's a payback call. Minute 4 to go. First half timeout called. 36-29. We're going to step out here on PrepSpin for 30 seconds.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Welcome back here on PrepSpin. Knights inbounding it, a minute left here in the first half. Gagan has it up top.
They need a basket here. Cut it down to 5 or 4 and stripped away. Coming out there with it and laid up and in by Jackson. Man, they didn't need a steal there. 38-29. Patrick Gagan over to Ben Johnson. 38-29, Bryce Scott. Strong move, puts it up and in.
Excellent move from Bryce Scott, using his strength down low with the big trees.
38-31. Roush. Back he comes to Jackson. 20 seconds, and I think they're going to take the last shot here, Jack.
Yep, they did that a lot last night, where they would hold the ball for almost a minute sometimes at the end of quarters to take that last shot.
So much for that college clock shot.
Yeah.
Here's Roush in the corner, and Roush's three, got it. His 5th three of the first half, 15 points, and it gives the Skills Factory their biggest lead of 10 at halftime, 41-31. And they found Roush in the corner that time.
Roush drilled it like he has the entire game. He has been on fire for the Skills Factory, and it also looked like he turned around and might have had a couple words for Coach Salzman running back to the locker room.
Skills Factory leads 41-31 here at halftime, coming up the championship game of this traditional bank classic, as it will be Cooper out of Northern Kentucky against Rock River, North Carolina. We'll be back with the halftime. Right now, the score, Skills Factory 41, Lexington Catholic 31. Woo.
all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R-T-S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Welcome back, folks, here on PrepSpin. About 4 minutes left here in halftime, and the Skills Factory jumped out to a 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game there. Midway into the second quarter on the Lexington Catholic Knights. We're tied up going into the second quarter, and what has really killed Lexington Catholic is the 3-ball, led by Chan Roush, who's knocked down 5 first-half 3-pointers, and overall the Skills Factory has hit 7 3-pointers, so Lexington Catholic's 1. That's been probably the biggest difference here in the game. Also, points off turnovers, Skills Factory has 10, the Knights just with 2. And in the second quarter, Lexington Catholic had multiple turnovers that led to those points off turnovers. Knights kind of struggled there, had to go with some inexperienced players in the lineup, had a little bit of foul trouble. Zampane came out with 2. Coach Salzman didn't want to get that third on him in the final 2 minutes. But Lexington Catholic struggling to keep up with the Skills Factory's pace and tempo at the end of that second quarter. Nice to get back to the physical basketball they were playing in the first quarter to stay in this one and not let it get out of hand. Lexington Catholic also only can put in 10 points in that second quarter. Had 21 in the first, and they allowed 22 points to the Skills Factory in the second quarter. That second quarter could be the tale of the game when we're all said and done with this one, but Knights definitely have fight left in them. Rocky River yesterday, who played Lexington Catholic, jumped out to a big lead early on in the game, and the Knights were able to come back, hold them to 2 points in the second quarter and stay in that one. And then at the end of it, towards the fourth quarter, Knights also went down by double digits and slowly climbed back into it, but their fighting effort wasn't enough. They fell short in that game, but Lexington Catholic definitely not out of it yet. Just a 10-point lead, but they're in danger of letting the Skills Factory run away with it, as Chan Roush, like we said, knocking down 5 threes in the first half. Knights still in the locker room. Skills Factory out here getting shots up. I'm sure Coach Salzman has some words for the Knights, trying to get them pumped back up. Got really sloppy there in the second quarter. Gary Ball, what did you think of the Knights' lackluster second quarter, and how can they get back in it?
I tell you what, I thought it killed them. I mean, they're down 10 points because of their second quarter performance. Other than Zan Payne had 14 points in the first half. He brought it, but when you really look at the rest of the team, I mean, the numbers don't lie. He's the only Catholic player in double figures. I mean, and then you look at Skills Factory. This Chan Rouse kid is lighting it up from 3.
Yeah, Roush, 15 points in the first half. Jackman had 5. Eloy had 6. Mullins had 6. And Agu had 9. I mean, all their guys are contributing to the game, and for Catholic, it's not really the same. Zan Payne putting in a lot. Keegan Bailey had a couple quick buckets early on, but they kind of disappeared in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've a little lackluster, to be honest with you. I thought they looked really good in the first quarter. Looked like a team possessed, coming out, ready to play. But then in the second quarter, the Skills Factory turned it up a little bit, and Rouse kept hitting those threes, and he made 5 of them in the first half, and that's where we are, 41-31. The Skills Factory team by 10 here at halftime. We're just about set for the second half. What do you expect here in the second half? If Catholic doesn't get off to a good start, who knows?
Well, the Skills Factory can definitely run away with this game. And I think yesterday, the Rocky River game with Lexington Catholic took a lot out of them.
Yeah.
But the Knights are known for making some of those late game comebacks. It's just a 10-point lead. They can get back in this quick. It just depends if they want to do it. If they're going to bring that hustle and that effort, they can compete with any team.
Yep.
This team, one of the top teams from Georgia, they can compete with any team in Kentucky. They'll give this team a run for their money if they want to.
It'll be starting in the second half. It will be Tristan Mullins, Aaron Roush, and also Josh Jackson will start. And it'll be Agua, and it'll be Dimitrov Pandev. That's the starting lineup. And with the basketball, Tristan Mullins looks at his zone defense, and they're just going to be patient here. And the starting lineup that started, Keegan Bailey, Javin Harden, T.C. Price, Max Sparkman, Zan Payne.
Yeah, we've talked about how Skills Factory usually plays with a shot clock. Now without one, they might use that to their advantage.
Basket won't go, battle for it, and T.C. Price battling on the floor, but I think we're going to have a foul called. Yep, foul called, and it's going to be on Josh Jackson. So Jackson will go out of the ball game, and Aaron Houston will come in there. A little bit too aggressive there by Josh Jackson. That's his second foul.
He dove in there on top of T.C. Price, and that is where the foul came.
Right now, the ball game, you're down 10. You get a 3 here. You got it down to 7, a workable margin. So let's see what Lexington Catholic will do here to start the second half. In the middle, they go to T.C. Price. He hands it to Keegan Bailey. Bounce pass down to Sparkman, 6'7", working on Dimitrov, and gives it back out to T.C. Price.
Sparkman had Payne wide open behind him.
And there's a back tap, and a foul's going to be called. It's going to go on Agua. Number 10, Ronald Eloy will come in. 6:55 to go in the third quarter, and Lexington Catholic still down by 10.
There's back door.
Pass now to Bailey, and it's blocked there by, and coming back in bounds, and that will be Catholic ball. Can't step back in bounds like that.
Yeah. Keegan Bailey not going to the basket as aggressive as he normally does today. He's gotten blocked 3 times at the rim. I'd like to see him go in there with a little more force.
Zan Payne, and throws it up, no, and rebounded, coming out there with it, Skills Factory. Give it up to Tristan Mullins. Mullins over to Houston. Back it comes from Roush. Pendev. I think he's a foreign exchange student. Here's Roush, and he knocks down another 3.
They cannot stop Roush.
He's got 6 threes. 44-31. The lead is 13 for Skills Factory. Zan Payne backs down, hooks it up. No, and he missed that easy shot there. That's normally a money shot for Zan Payne.
The Knights just don't look like they want it right now.
Here's Roush, and that 3 won't go. Rebounded by Payne. Pushing it a little bit. Leads it out to Price. Back it goes Bailey. TC Price gives it back to Keegan. Over it goes. Here's Keegan Bailey, and that 3 won't go. Boy, that would have been huge.
It was good ball movement on that play. Just could not knock it down.
Real good ball movement. Mullins lines up to 3, and he got it. That's his 3rd 3-pointer. Wow, we're going to see as the lead now balloons to 16 for the Skills Factory.
The Knights they just can't guard the perimeter right now. That's where they're getting killed right now in this game.
Good move. Price can't get that one to go. Zan Payne battling, and that's going to be a foul on Zan Payne. Zan Payne will pick up the personal. That's a 3rd on Zan. Bryce Scott in, and Ben Johnson in for Lexington Catholic, trying to give him some offense. They have not scored here in the second half. It's 47-31. It was 41-31 at halftime.
Yeah, Knights just picking up where they left off in the second quarter with their lackluster defense. Just not getting to those spots to contest as well as they should be when the Skills Factory is launching from downtown.
Roush back out to Pendev. He lets the 3 go, and that won't connect for Pendev. Ben Johnson, you got to watch him.
Knights are trying to get it to Johnson.
And the shot won't roll there for Bryce Scott, but he's fouled.
Knights are trying to get it to Johnson, but with all this length from the Skills Factory, he's having a tough time getting open.
Yep. Bryce Scott will get 2 free throws, and the first one's good. First point of the second half for Lexington Catholic comes with 4:15 to go. 3rd quarter, 47-32. Skills Factory on top, and he got them both.
Scott, just a 20% free throw shooter on the year, knocks down both.
Better than that. And here's almost a steal by Johnson, but coming up with it is Josh Jackson. Give it in the corner to Houston, and he gives it, and a dunk there by Dimitri Pendev.
Pendev coming straight down the lane, wide open, threw it down with 2.
49-33. Ben Johnson. Max Sparkman trying to go down low and throws it away, but picked back up by Bailey. Right side, Ben Johnson lays it up and in.
Looks like Johnson's shot was going to go in, but no call on what looked like Keegan Bailey goaltending. Knights might have got away with that one.
No harm, no foul, maybe?
Appears that way.
Pendev, and launches a 3, got it.
Everyone knocking down 3s for the Skills Factory, even the big fellas.
52-35, 3 minutes, 5 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Skills Factory on top, their biggest lead of 17. TC Price over to Bailey. Swings it around to Johnson. Boy, his brother could play, couldn't he?
Both of them.
That's right, both of them. There's two brothers who played here.
And their dad, Coach Johnson, was a player back in his day. The whole family can get buckets.
Tristan Mullins, that shot wouldn't go. Rebounded by Bryce Scott. In the corner goes Johnson, lets a three rip. It won't go back at the rim. And flying out of there with it, Mullins. Mullins leads it out to his teammate Houston. Back it goes, and a shot won't roll there for Roush. Roush can't hit a layup, but he can make threes. He's hit 6 of them. To the basket and stuck back up and in by Bryce Scott. 52-37. Timeout on the floor, 2:09 to go. We want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky. Mingy Beef Jerky, try this stuff. We'll be back, 52-37. Skills Factory on top.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that...
Coming up after this one, it'll be the championship game. It'll be Cooper against Rock River, North Carolina. What do you expect in that one, Jack?
I expect something similar to how the Skills Factor is playing right now.
Wow, that shot went in somehow by
Houston.
Yeah, Houston. I don't know how that ball that was an awkward looking shot, but it went in.
Yeah, Bryce Scott made a good play on it, deflecting it, but the ball still went in.
Zan Payne back in there, gives Price out to Ben Johnson, lets a three rip. He got it.
Johnson finally gets one to knock down.
Three-pointer for Ben Johnson, 54-40. Got a 14-point Skills Factory lead. Minute 29.
They're going to need a lot more of those, but the only way they can get back in the game is if they can eliminate the Skills Factor from making those shots.
Yeah. Well, Tristan Mullins knows that. He's just going to pound the basketball down way out near the timeline, and still out there pounding it down. He's got it on a yo-yo. Minute 10 here in the third quarter, 53-40.
Probably going to see the Skills Factory just dribble this out unless the Knights try and play some defense.
Under a minute now, 58 seconds.
You'll see this a lot in the championship game from Rocky River as well. Yesterday, fans unhappy, but that's what they're going to do. If they're not going to put pressure on them, they're just going to stand around, wait for the time to run out.
Down to 42 seconds in the third. With the ball is Josh Jackson. Jackson to the basket, and steal there by TC Price. Price leads it out, and Javen Harden will drive down and lay it up and in.
Knights need another stop here. Got to get back on defense.
Here's another steal by Catholic. Johnson lead out to Bryce Scott to TC Price with the left hand. He draws the foul on Dimitrov, and that's going to be on Dimitrov Pandev. That's going to be his fourth foul.
Nice drive by TC Price, but I thought he should have lobbed it up to Zan Payne, who was streaking wide open. That might have really put a momentum swing on this game.
I thought he was going to do that. I thought he was going to lead it back, but nevertheless, Price will go to the line and shoot two. He is normally a pretty good free throw shooter, but he misses that one. TC Price
shooting just under 70% on the year.
Could have cut it to 10 with these two free throws, but he's going to have the second one that could cut it to 11, 16.5, and we're going to have Ken Choi back in for, here's the free throw connected for Skills Factory, and coming into the game for Lexington Catholic will be Sammy Vaughn, 6'7" junior. Long pass. Choi. I can't believe Ped Dimitrov is still in there with 4 fouls.
Coach letting that wrist run, I guess knowing he has height that can back him up.
6.7 seconds. Catholic nearly got a steal there. Here's Mullins, got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds, deflected it. Mullins over to Dimitrov, and he lets the 3 go, and he got it. So Pandev is knocking down threes here, 57-43. We'll come back with the fourth and final quarter here. Skills Factory on top, 57-43.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started. Right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Welcome back, fourth quarter action, and let's check the Catholic lineup for you. T.C. Price, Javen Harden, Ben Johnson, Zan Payne, and Sammy Vaughn. We'll check the Skills Factory lineup after the Lexington Catholic Knights possession here to start this fourth quarter. Down 14, 57-43. Harden in trouble out front. Harden now, crossover to the basket, left hand layup, good.
Javen Harden with the scoop.
And the score, 57-45. They've got it down to 12. Aguilar now gives it up to Houston. Long pass on the other side of the court that goes to Josh Jackson. And it looks like Skills Factory is just going to run some clock here. And there's going to be too much contact by T.C. Price.
That Pendev 3 at the end of the third quarter really hurt Catholic.
Yeah, that was huge. Instead, right now, you'd have a single-digit score without that 3. And we're going to have a Chant Roush is going to check in for Aaron Houston. No, Houston's staying in there.
With a guy like Pendev that big, it's hard to contest his shots, especially when he can hit them from that far out.
Three-pointer by Roush that time. That wouldn't go, and here's a pickup there by T.C. Price. Price, good pass to Ben Johnson, lays it up and in.
T.C. Price with the great find. The freshman, Ben Johnson, under the hoop.
What a pass. 57-47, and the other way, and that shot wouldn't go, and I thought he was bailed out by the call. He was just taking it strong, and Sammy Vaughn's going to be whistled for it, I think.
I did not like that call. Vaughn went straight up.
Yeah. Foul went on Sammy Vaughn. That's his first, and at the line will be Josh Jackson. He'll shoot 2. Jackson's free throw, and it's good. 58-47, and Aguay will come back in, and going out will be Choi.
If the Knights can keep up this defensive intensity, they could climb back into this one.
Vaughn rebounds on the second attempt. It's no good, and that's T.C. Price with the basketball. Full court press now being shown by Skills Factory. Javen Harden over to Ben Johnson. Touch pass to Payne. Payne loses it, spins, gives it down to Sammy Vaughn, and he goes up with it strong, but he's fouled by 2 different players from Skills Factory. Man,
nice
they
take
fouled
by
him
Vaughn.
hard.
That was a strong take by Vaughn.
Sammy 6'7", junior.
Big football guy, too.
Yeah, played football. So he likes that contact.
Yeah, he definitely does. Taking it up strong. Needs to knock these two down.
Sammy going to the line, and the free throw bricked it. 58-47. Second one, and he missed them both.
Vaughn kind of almost pump faked in that free throw attempt. Not sure if he meant to do that.
And there's a nice layup on a reverse by Aaron Houston. 60-47, lead back to 13, 6:20 to go. Championship game coming up later. Cooper will take on Rocky River, North Carolina. Championship game. We'll get a look at a couple of the UK recruits, particularly Jaden Springer. Cooper's got Adam Kunkel. Boy, he's good.
Yeah, Belmont commit. And I would assume a Mr. Basketball candidate, he can really light it up.
Sammy Vaughn goes out, and Max Sparkman. T.C. Price goes out. Keegan Bailey back in with Max. Payne, Ben Johnson, and also in there is Javen Harden. We're going to have a foul called, a slap. That's the fourth foul called on Aguay, and he has 4 now, and he's going to go out of the ball game. Throw in inbound pass there to Bailey, and he couldn't get that to drop.
Skills Factory was ready for it.
5:45 to play, and it's 60-47. Tristan Mullins now puts it down and looks for teammates, gives it over to Dimitrov, and he fires a 3 in front of the iron, no.
Came up short, but Payne needs to get out there and put a hand in his face.
Ben Johnson a 3, good, rattles it in. Ben Johnson's having a big second half.
Yeah, he's hit 2 threes here. Missed a couple in the first half. We'll see if they can get him some more open looks.
60-50. Well, does Catholic have a run in them? 5:02 to play. That's going to decide it. 60-50. Tristan Mullins got to watch a 5-second call and just avoids it. Gets it over to Ronald Eloy. 4:49. Pandev to the basket. He walked. They didn't call it. And he threw it up and in.
Definitely looked like Pandev took more than 2 steps.
Yeah, that was the NBA play there. That was took 3 steps. Max Sparkman spinning. Ball stripped away. Payne taps it over to Johnson. Missed it. Tapped up. And Dimitrov Pandev, and he gives it up to Ron Eloy. Ball tapped away. Coming out there with it is Javen Harden. He's fouled all the way down court. Finally, they call the 3rd foul after he's fouled by Roush. Roush pushed him 3 times before they called it.
Yeah, it seemed like in the first quarter the Knights, or not the Knights, the refs were blowing their whistles almost on every play, and now it looks like they're letting them play.
Yeah.
Inconsistency from the official crew.
Harden connects on the first free throw, makes it 62-51. Second one is good. We're going to have Bryce Scott back in for the Knights. Also T.C. Price, Zan Payne, Ben Johnson, and Keegan Bailey. In the middle they go to Roush. Dimitrov out of the left side. That 3-pointer won't go. Backside rebound by Zan Payne. Can Payne take over here with 4 minutes to go? Down by 10. We'll find out. Ben Johnson with the three, no good. And there's Bryce Scott, and he pushed off on Dimitrov Pandev.
Ben Johnson just not connecting today. Had a nice look there.
Ball knocked away, and it went off of Houston of Skills Factory. So with 3:44 to play, 62-52, Jack Haynes. William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin. And Lexington Catholic needs a run here. They're down by 10.
Knights just not able to get those defensive stops.
Bad pass. Trying to get it to Price. They lead it out. Here's a steal by Johnson. Right back, though, to Hill, to the Skills Factory. Three-pointer. What he said.
I said, where's the popcorn?
Yeah, where's the popcorn? 65-52. Good pass right there, and a good shot put up by Houston. And Catholic needs a timeout, and they're going to take it. 2:49 to play. Skills Factory back out by 15, 67-52. Here on the Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode Game of the Week.
All S, all P, all O, R T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund.
Welcome back here. 2:49 to go in this game. The championship game is coming up a little bit later. It'll be Rocky River, North Carolina against Cooper High School. Cooper made it all the way to the state championship game last year against Bowling Green and fell.
They were the champion last year of this tournament, too.
Yeah, they are trying to repeat as the champion of the Traditional Bank Classic. They won it last year. They're a throwback team, aren't they, Jack?
Yeah, and per Josh Moore, steal there.
Oh. Guy fell down, dribbled it off his foot, 67-52.
Per Josh Moore, they have a chance to be the first back-to-back Traditional Bank tournament champion in almost 20 years.
Last team to do it was who? Probably Lexington Catholic.
I wasn't here 20 years ago. I don't know. 67-52. 2:31 to go in the ball game, and Catholic taking their sweet time. Price in the corner to Ben Johnson. Back to Price. Got to get some shots off here. They're down by 15. Payne, Zan. Back over to Bailey, over to Bryce Scott. I mean, they're running clock like they got a 15-point lead.
Yeah, the Knights just didn't bring it today. And I think a lot of that is from the game they played yesterday. Took a lot out of them.
Good shot there by Ben Johnson. He's had a good second half.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, the strong take.
He's got 10 here and a half. 67-54 to the basket and reverse up and in by Houston. Likes to take it to the opposite with that left hand and flip it up. He's done that several times in this game.
Exactly, and the Knights just, when they need a stop, they can't get it.
69-54. We'll turn our attention to the championship game, Cooper and Rock River, North Carolina. And boy, we're going to get a good look at some outstanding players. Jordan Campbell, a point guard for Rock River, and Jaden Springer. He can bring it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see a lot of Adam Kunkel from Cooper and Jaden Springer going head-to-head in that one.
Yeah, Chris McNeil from Cooper.
But Springer and Kunkel both have amazing one-on-one ability to get to the basket or just keep it outside and knock down a three. Springer did that yesterday in the Lexington Catholic game and sealed it with a big three in the final minute.
Hey, Cooper is up close to where Jerry Springer's from.
Jerry Springer, who used to be the mayor of Cincinnati. Did you know that?
I did, actually.
He was the mayor of Cincinnati. He's now Jerry Springer show. And Cooper's, they're from up around Boone County High School. My alma mater.
I was going to say, that's what I thought.
69-56. And yes, I did play basketball, Boone County.
Former Mr. Basketball?
No, I wasn't Mr. Basketball. Here's Roush, and almost back of the rim, no. I was more of an assist man.
Okay.
My senior year, I'll tell you, I had 175 assists.
It's impressive.
It led Boone County for a while, then a guy named Jeff Tierney just shattered it. He had 200 and something.
Wow.
Dimitrov down low, kicks it over out in the corner. Well, I tell you, they're just going to run some clock here, down under a minute now, 69-56, and Skills Factory's going to win this game.
Yeah, Knights can't do anything about it now, but a little disappointed in their effort today.
Me too, especially the second quarter on. And to the basket, up and in by Josh Jackson.
And I can tell you one thing, the coaching staff won't be happy with this one. They'll make them run in practice.
There's
on
the
Monday.
soup and the sandwich by Zan Payne. Dimitrov just fouled out of the ball game. He had a big second half. I showed him with double figures, all those points in the second half. He had a couple of hit a big three at the end of the third.
I was just going to say that his biggest bucket was that three-pointer at the buzzer, end of the third quarter. Knights kind of lost it after that, after those two steals and two baskets.
Here's a steal by Johnson. Gives it to Zan Payne. To the right side, lays it up and in. Payne makes it 71-61. Just a little too late. This is the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by White Greer and Maggard. And, of course, the 43rd district tournament will be played at Lexington Christian Academy this year. And I believe that gets underway February, is it 18th or 19th?
It sounds around the time it would be, but I'm not sure on a date for you.
Yeah, it's on a Monday. I believe it's 19th or something like that.
Speaking of Lexington Christian, they'll be here in this gym January 3rd. Big game. Lexington Catholic will take on district rival LCA Eagles.
They got Kyle Rode back in the lineup after rolling that ankle early in the year.
And that'll be a hugely anticipated game. Last time Knights played them, LCA blew them out of this gym in the district championship.
They played the #1 team in the country, though, pretty well.
Almost a steal by Ben Johnson diving on the floor. Good effort. Mullins going to be fouled with 16.2 seconds to go in this game. 71-61. Choi in for Roush. Boy, Roush had a huge game with 6 3-pointers.
And 5 of them in the first half.
Yeah.
Didn't really get many looks in the second half.
Here's timeout called before the 5-second call. 16.2 seconds to go. So we'll step out here on PrepSpin. Timeout on the court, 71-61. Skills Factory on top of Lexington Catholic.
It helps me out. But this year, it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank.
Back here for the final 16 seconds here. Inbound pass, and that's going to be too much contact there by Big Mac Sparkman. And this will send Aaron Houston to the line. And that's finally the bonus for Skills Factory. So at the line will be Aaron Houston. He's had a good second half.
Yeah, Houston and Pendev, he had a huge second half.
Yep. Dmitriev Pendev fouled out as well just a couple minutes ago. Free throw short, rebounded by Payne. To Ben Johnson. And he throws it deep in the corner, and the pass was a little bit too high.
That's what Kentucky needed last night.
Yeah. 5.6 seconds, and I don't think you foul here, Jack. I think this game's pretty well decided. Yeah. 72-61, they'll let them run it out. Down to 2 seconds, and Skills Factory holds off Lexington Catholic 72-61 here in the consolation game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Coming up, it'll be Cooper and Rock River. And Jack, your final thoughts here on this game between Lexington Catholic and Skills Factory.
Yeah, Lexington Catholic, it seemed like they were going to have it in the first quarter, but once that first quarter ended, it looks like they didn't just have that effort. They didn't have that want to win the game. But at the end, they did not let it get out of hand. But I think the Skills Factory's length and athleticism kind of just took over the Knights.
I agree, and William, that's going to wrap it up here for this first game. And Lexington Catholic falls 72-61 to Skills Factory. Stay with us. We'll come back with the championship game of Cooper and Rock River here on PrepSpin.com. For William Warfield, Jack Haynes, this is Gary Ball. So long from the first game, 72-61, Skills Factory.
Trophies will be presented by Mr. Bill Alverson, the CEO of Traditional Bank, and Mr. Bernie Schneider, Vice President of Traditional Bank. We would like to present the fourth place team trophy to the Lexington Catholic Knights. And the third place team trophy to the Skills Factory out of Marietta, Georgia. Congratulations. I want to thank both teams, players, coaches, and fans for their attendance and participation in the 2017 Traditional Bank Holiday Classic here at Lexington Catholic. Up next, the championship game at 5:30 p.m.